2, go.
Well, the thing I love about jazz is that it kind of allows you to pay respect to the music and, to play a piece of music without thinking about yourself, but then it gives you, that moment of time where you can actually create music and, make something that's new. There's also, I like the freedom of jazz. Every piece is like a living, breathing thing that's constantly evolving. It's never stagnant. The improvisation allows you to show what you know. You can learn music theory and you can basically compose on the spot. I enjoy the ability to create while being true to rules. It's not just random or something that you make up. You're still playing music, but you get a chance to create your own.
The hardest part about playing the saxophone is playing the altissimo.
The best thing about playing the violin is being able to soar and really hear all the creative sounds you get to make.
The hardest part is overcoming fear.
Being able to play those sweet melodies.
The best part about playing the violin is that you can make it sing and really work for you and make it beautiful.
When a piece is going really well, the feeling of being caught up in the music, of being inside it.
The best part of composition is having the ability to create your own artistic work.
My teacher gives me my pieces, and most of the time he plays them for me. So he plays the piano part and I try and see what's similar with the piano part and the vocal part. And when I go home, if it's in a different language, I try and break down the language and how it's pronounced and everything. And then I listen to some recordings after I've tried and worked it out myself and try and see what other people do with their style and how they go about dynamics and that type of thing. And then after I get the piece, I go back to my lesson and my piano coachings, and most of the time he has things to say that are like small details that really make for a polished performance and a polished look for me, just for like add more spin on this note and this should be more expressive, and I add my own style as I go.
The hardest part is probably being the underdog in the orchestra and having to hear all the viola jokes.
The hardest part is the long hours of tedious practice.
All the work that you have to put into it to make a great sound.
Sometimes you can focus on one measure for an hour because there's so many different ways to play it. And I guess the key thing is not to get stuck in the music, but to see it as a big picture. So as you take these small groups together, you need to learn how to play it as a whole so that when you play it in front of people, it's a complete masterpiece. Being a perfectionist, like everything is hard to master because I want the intonation to be perfect, I want the rhythm to be perfect, I want the musical aspects to be perfect. So the problem with being a perfectionist is that you tend to focus on the technicalities and not the musicality. So I try as hard as I possibly can to retain the spirit of the piece in my mind and be like, this is not about how the notes should sound or how the rhythm should sound. It's about communicating something to the listener. I guess I love it because it touches my heart every time I play.